Welcome to the Lucha Critics podcast. This is your host, Ken.
Welcome to another edition of Lucha Critics, the podcast where we dive into the world of professional wrestling. I'm one of your hosts, Rick, and my co-host over here is Josh. Say what's up, Josh.
Hello, hello.
And we also have Warren. Say what's up, Warren.
Howdy, y'all.
Hell yeah. And we are here to recap the great events that happened last week, which specifically are for AEW Dynamite and WWE's Bad Blood. But before we get into that, we want to definitely touch on NXT. There was the I want to say the premiere episode on the CW.
Yep.
I saw a little bit of some things that happened, but what do you fill us in, Josh? What happened on NXT?
Well, they have a new logo now.
Oh shit!
It's I think it's all silver and black, if I recall.
They got new championships too, I heard.
Yeah, they have new championships. They had 2 championship matches, and they had a Chicago street fight with Wesley and I forgot the other guy's name from the Radicals.
Zachary Wentz.
Zachary Wentz. Okay, yeah. So, and then we had a turn from a female superstar.
Hell yeah,
So
my
there's-
favorite, Jada Parker.
And then we also had an appearance from, I would say, Bianca Belair and Jay Cargill. They came to back up the North American champion.
Nice. Kaylani Jordan. Yeah, it looks like Trick Williams got the NXT championship back, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, Kaylani turned on what's her name? I keep forgetting her name. Lola Vice.
Jada Parker.
Yeah, Jada Parker on Lola Vice. And yeah, we got some new championship titles. I'm not sure if you guys got to see the titles yet, but they don't look that bad. It looks pretty good. A bit of an improvement from the last one. Yeah, what do you guys think?
I mean, I didn't get to see them, so
Sounds good.
no opinion.
What about you, Josh? What do you think about the new titles there?
They look good. They look like because I know each time they do like an NXT 2.0 or something, they rebrand the titles.
Yeah.
So this is their rebranding for the CW, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that it's looking more sleek. Definitely silver still, so it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's.
So, I'll say a different design or an updated design for a title I do like is the new IC title.
Yeah.
Yes, the blue.
Yeah, the blue back into it, which is nice.
Yeah, it doesn't look plain anymore. Like with the way it was just black and gold. It was like, I don't know, it just looked plain. It wasn't dynamic. The blue accents makes it pop a little bit more. Definitely agree on you the mountain.
Yeah. One more thing before you move. Julia lost her championship match because there's an interference in the return of Cora Jade.
The return of Cora Jade. I saw a return. I was really like saying, "Oh shit, who's it going to be? Is this the way they're going to introduce Valkyria? Stephanie Valkyria."
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be her for a minute. Nope, it turned out to be Cora Jade.
Oh yeah, and they also had a trailer for Halloween Havoc, and they have another debut coming up on that day too.
Yeah, I saw that whatever vignette.
Yeah, she's from Australia too. So,
it's a lady.
Yeah, it's a lady. She's from Australia. She's kind of the same height as Rhea Ripley.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which sounds pretty cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Dynamite. Dynamite. It was the 5-year anniversary, and they always do big events on the 5-year anniversary. So the main event for this one was a bit weird because for the beginning of the 20 minutes of the main event, which was between Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada for both the AEW World Championship and the Continental Championship, but only for the first 20 minutes for Bryan Danielson. After those first 20 minutes elapsed, it'll only be for the AEW Championship. And yeah, it was Bryan Danielson's chance to make history and become a double champ. But before we head into that in there. There was Juice Robinson versus Hangman Page, Serena Deeb versus Britt Baker, and the AEW International Championship, Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. So that's the match that started off the show. Real quick, did any of you guys get to see the show?
I saw highlights.
Cool. What about you, Warren?
I didn't see the AEW show.
Cool. So I will fill you guys in. The AEW World International Championship between Will Ospreay and Ricochet. Of course, that shit was awesome. It was a spot fest, a bunch of flippies, of course. I saw some people talking shit online. I enjoyed it. They were going at it.
I liked it. There was just little problem for me. I don't even notice during some moves. Ospreay was kind of grabby on Ricochet's nuts.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
It's funny. I was like, "What the hell is Ospreay doing?" But since they've been wrestling for years, I'm guessing it's just like a like a welcome tap.
There you go. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Well, he was already in the big leagues, but whatever.
Yeah.
But something did happen in the match. They ended up going to a 20-minute draw or 30-minute draw, and they both agreed to restart the match, and Tony Khan ended up hitting up the announcers saying like, yeah, we're gonna restart the match. And as the match was restarting and things were going back into it, we see Takeshita come in and blindside the both of them. So ended it in OTQ, and Takeshita might be putting himself into hopefully an interesting triple threat later on down the line.
I think they announced it's gonna be a triple threat at Wrestle Dream.
Oh, perfect. There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So again, I really hope Takeshita gets the international championship. The guy is ready for it. Honestly, I want to see him with the title. Any thoughts?
You should have won it. You should have won it a long time ago.
Honestly, he should have won it. The last pay-per-view. We'll go ahead and move on, unless you guys have anything you guys want to add. We did see MVP show up, and as he was getting interviewed in the back, we saw Prince Nana come up to him talking like, you must have forgot I used to be a wrestler too, and I'll be glad to put these boots back on and basically to piss you up. But he was like, you know what, I don't deal with complaints. He does. And when they panned over, we see the great Shelton Benjamin making his AEW debut, and I'm excited to see hopefully them do this guy right, because this guy should have been top level champion. Yeah, absolutely. He should have been champion in the WWE, at least even give him the NXT championship, for fuck's sake. Yeah. But none of that happened. He did have the intercontinental in the WWE and a tag team with the greatest tag team ever, or in history, whatever. I'm not sure exactly how it went.
The world's greatest tag team. That's what they were.
There you go. But yeah, like hopefully we get to see him do some big things over here with this new group. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And we saw the Hangman versus Adam Page. I'm sorry, Hangman Adam Page versus Juice Robinson. And I didn't get to see this one, unfortunately. I did see him like just really fucking him up. Hangman messing up Juice Robinson, and of course he won with the buckshot. And after which Page grabbed the leather belt and started to hang fucking Juice. And all of a sudden we see the return of Jay White, the Switchblade, and he came out to fuck up Page. And that's basically what it did. He basically had him running, and yeah, we basically see the return of the Switchblade, Jay White.
He looked healthier.
He does look healthier. Yeah, he had a bad injury. So a funny thing happened. I'm not sure if you guys remember, there was this weird like segment where we saw Hangman driving down a bridge last episode on Last Dynamite. And on this one, he finally showed up. Like, he finally arrived. It was kind of funny to me, because it was like, okay, has he been driving the whole fucking time? so he shows up and he's getting interviewed by Renee, and you see what's his name? I just saw his name right here. Shibata come up to him and asking for that TNT championship at Wrestle Dream. Perry walks away, but then he blindsides Shibata somehow, and he accepts. So we're going to see Perry versus Shibata for the TNT championship at Wrestle Dream as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that last week. He was driving in his black van, truck, whatever, RV, whatever it is.
Yeah,
And it's funny when he pulled up. Shibata's his name, right?
Shibata.
Yeah, he had his phone with the translator. He's like, "Here you go. I challenge you to a match at Wrestle Dream."
Yeah,
And then Jack Perry's like, "Okay, I'll think about it." Walks away and just assaults him.
fucks him up. And the way that Shibata sold it too, it was like, wow, okay, he's definitely knows what he's doing there. Let's see. Next match was Britt Baker versus Serena Deeb. This one was a pretty good match. I don't think they've ever gone up against each other, and it was pretty cool to see it. We saw Britt Baker win with an avalanche air raid crash going into a lockjaw. We also saw what's her name? What's the current champion is Mariah May. Out there kind of just sitting in front row, and after the match we saw, I think it was Mariah May go into it. No, I think I'm remembering this wrong. But yeah, she was. I just know that Mariah May was sitting in front row and just basically talking shit and rolling her eyes. Next match, it was Private Party versus Iron Savages. Private Party coming back. After they won the match, they announced that they are gunning for the AEW Tag Team Championships, and they are putting the Young Bucks on notice. So we might see that happen. So hopefully that does happen in Wrestle Dream. These guys should have had the tag team titles a while back. It just sucks that both what's his name, Cassidy, and the other guy, I keep forgetting his name. They both get injured very easily, and it's just how they wrestle. They really go for crazy jumps and big moves. So after a while, of course, that's going to catch up with you. Moving into the final match of the evening, and it was Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada 2 for the AEW Championship and the Continental Championship for the first 20 minutes. Another great match between the two. Unfortunately, Danielson wasn't able to get the Continental Championship, but we still saw a pretty great match. We saw Okada like being like an asshole and like just waiting on the outside, just spending the time so that his title wouldn't be on the line anymore, and just doing the heelish move that they usually do. After the match, after Bryanson was able to get the win, we saw the BCC come to the outside. We see Claudio Castagnoli, Pac holding down Danielson. Danielson's basically spent from the match, so they're just basically just holding him up. They don't really have to fuck him up at all.
Yeah.
And Moxley comes out there, and he's basically about to hammer Danielson, and you see Yuta come out, and Yuta is basically there to help Danielson not get fucked up by the BCC. I'm just gonna call them the BCC because they haven't really said that they're different names or they're a new stable, nothing like that. So yeah, they're gonna have a match where it's gonna be Yuta and Danielson versus Claudio and Pac next Tuesday. Dynamite's gonna be on Tuesday this coming up week because of something I'm not quite sure, but
it's the MLB playoffs.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's basically the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite. Moving on to Bad Blood.
Or Bad Blood, you know what that means, right?
What's up?
Tuesday Night Wars.
Oh shit, that is gonna be a Tuesday Night War, or at least for that one night. It should be interesting. I'm not sure if they have announced anything for next Tuesday for NXT, have they?
Yeah, it's gonna be Randy Orton coming out. He's facing
Oba?
Javon. I don't know his last name. Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay.
and I'm pretty sure they
Interesting.
have other. I'm pretty sure they have other surprises coming out too. So
We shall see. I think I might actually have to be like jumping back and forth that day.
yeah,
All right, let's move on to Bad Blood. We started off the night with CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in Hell in a Cell. For fuck's sake, this was a bloody match. I haven't seen a bloody match in WWE in a long time. That was good. This one lived up to the hype. Like, I honestly was kind of tired of this back and forth, the same match that kept happening. But when they put them in Hell in a Cell, they fucking went for it. I saw like a lot of messed up things. So there was an instant where Punk hits McIntyre on the head with a toolbox, and I thought that he was just like, he held his head, and I was like, oh, he just has like a blood packet, that's why it looks that bad. But then I noticed that it was pouring out of Drew McIntyre's head like a pulse. So I was like, oh shit, he's actually bleeding. So that was pretty cool to see. Warren, what did you think about this match?
I enjoyed it. My one thing I thought was funny where was I? I wrote down notes. I wrote down a lot of notes. Oh, how medical can't do anything, and all I can think of was Edge versus Finn at WrestleMania like last year. I'm like, yes, they can. They can also stop the match like they did for Seth Rollins and the Fiend.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's right.
For stupid reasons. So it's like, I guess, but no. Also, I didn't know. Like, sometimes I feel like you can pin outside of the ring, and sometimes you can't.
Mm-hmm.
I know Triple H pinned Jericho on top of the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
But I do know in video games you do have to get the pin inside the
ring.
Huh.
It was good. Also, were they doing a little knock at AEW for trying to do the gas mask, like getting oxygen to Punk at the end because he was like so exhausted?
I didn't notice that. I didn't catch that. That's fucking good.
I don't know. It looked like he was actually exhausted.
Yeah, that too. Like, it might have been that. Like, that ending was, I felt like a little long, and I just felt like Drew got up a lot faster and was fine, and Punk was still dying on his way out of the arena.
I was waiting for someone to come out to kick his ass. Like, that's what I thought was gonna happen because they were dragging this shit out so long. I was thinking the same thing too. I was like, all right, let's see fucking Seth Rollins come out and get his turn now. But no, didn't happen.
Seth Rollins gonna have a feud with Bronson Reed.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Very well.
Also, I did notice, like, when CM Punk did get his mask, it looked like the MT was like trying to look at Punk, like, wait, where's your cut? Like, he was like, like, weren't you bleeding a lot, like, in the beginning of the match? Now it's like nothing. I'm like, yeah, where did it go?
Yeah, like, he ended up kind of like, it was on the top of his head, right? I
remember. That was Drew. I think Punk got cut on the side of his forehead right here.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they were both bleeding a lot, and I got a feeling Punk's was more done to himself because it was the Drew threw him in the cage.
Yeah,
went over there. We stayed with him. He did a little shake and taunt and come back. All of a sudden, Punk is just bleeding like crazy. I'm like, okay.
How'd you guys feel about the win? Do you feel like it was right for CM Punk to win this one? I honestly was hoping fucking Drew would get this one, but I think that might be a little biased on my opinion, on my side. I like Punk, but I also want to see him lose sometimes. But what do you guys think?
For this storyline, makes sense. Punk would have to win, I think. If like Drew wins, I feel like it's technically not over because Punk can't really go say after the championship or anything like that. If he lost to Drew can still just do something else, realizing he's been obsessed with Punk for too long to move on. So I don't think Drew needs the win to go forward, where Punk does.
I see. What about you, Josh?
So to me, Punk needed this win more than anything because after this, Drew could take some time off and come back during the Royal Rumble. As you could tell, he was having back problems during the match. He couldn't pick up the stairs, and then
he was selling that. No, he was selling the fuck out of that. That's true.
And then after he did, I think was it the white noise on the steel steps? It took him he took a deep breath to kick the steps out of the way and everything.
There was one where he went I think he tried to do the bro kick, and Punk
Yeah.
moved out of the way and landed right
Yeah.
on the steel steps. I was like,
That
is he
shit was
dead?
That
rough.
hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
I had surround sound on. I heard just boom. I was like, oh, I felt
Yeah,
that.
the
in my
ref was
back.
like, really like, give me a squeeze.
Yeah.
Give me a.
Yeah, then I did like when I thought it was thumbtacks, but no, it was pieces of the bracelet, like a whole bag of it.
I
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
thought it was
We threw it
thumbtacks
up.
too. I honestly
No,
thought it
I
was
had a
thumbtacks
feeling they're
too.
gonna be beads. They're gonna be more beads because
Yeah.
it makes sense storyline wise.
Yeah, he put it in his mouth. He ended up getting that GTS and picked up the win.
Yeah, and he also wrapped the chain around his knee when he did the GTS.
God damn.
Yeah, that's like finally go to sleep.
Yeah, that definitely did it.
Also, Goldberg was sitting in the front row.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw a couple people in the stadium. Actually, we saw the Four Horsemen sitting there. That was pretty cool. Mickie James made her appearance. X-Pac, DDP, Jey Uso as well. Pretty cool. Booker T.
During the segment when the hosts were in the upper like lounge with like we could see Jay in the background, which I thought he maybe make an appearance at some point, never did. I thought you said P Diddy instead of DDP for a second.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hell yeah.
what?
He's out. Then he's at WrestleMania, or he's at Bad Blood.
Bad Blood.
Yeah, well, Lilian Garcia, legendary announcer, and Jacqueline.
Jacqueline was there.
Hell yeah, dude.
I felt like Jacqueline was just away by herself, and the other two were just like,
Yeah.
like why can't Jacqueline sit next to you guys? I'm like,
I missed that part where they showed Jacqueline and Mickie James. I only got to see later on it was Scott Steiner and Mickie James again, I think.
I think so, because they had a lot of segments upstairs in that little suite.
yeah.
They have one with
Yeah, it
Green,
was
which is kinda funny.
fucking Metro Boomin. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin with his acting skills, man, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
That Quavo there too.
Also, with that whole opening segment, why does Cody have to stake out this place for 2 months?
That didn't make any
I don't know.
sense.
Was he traveling back and forth since July
Yeah.
and then going back there to stake it out? Like, what's the story? I don't understand.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I was real confused in that whole like little segment there for the lead up advertisement. I mean, let's go ahead and move on to the next match. Nia Jax versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship. Fucking Nia Jax, man. There is some spots that were a little bit messy. I'm not sure if you guys caught any of that.
Yeah.
And that
You
was
could
like,
sort of say that for the whole show.
I was like, damn, dude. And maybe I'm being overly critical of Nia Jax because of her history, but it is very much like it looks like she has half-assed things sometimes, but I'm not sure if it's just like the character, you know? So I don't know. It was still an entertaining matchup. Unfortunately, we saw I fucking wanted Homegirl to fucking just take Stratton. I wanted Stratton to cash it in. I was like, perfect timing. This is the point. This is how you do it. And no, she was there
you
to
can let
help
it
out
cook
the queen. Yeah,
longer.
definitely let it cook a little bit. Let it simmer. Damn,
I did
dude.
like that attempt at the Hurricane.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly it.
There was
yeah.
also like a sunset flip. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The almost
But-
Hurricane Rana from Nia I wrote down in my notes.
But Bailey sold it.
Bailey
She did.
sold it. Fucking big
Then
ups
there was
to her.
also the sunset flip bomb that hurt Bailey more somehow. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And the thing I loved the most was like when they were both outside of the ring, and Bailey was like waiting in the ring to get the count, but she's like, "No, ref, don't count out." I'm like, Bailey, you can just go out of the ring. It restarts.
Yeah, you
should
go
know
in
the
and go
rules.
out. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty funny part.
And
No.
I don't know if you guys caught that. They kind of botched the injury with the ref.
Yeah.
They had to do it
I would
twice.
say like, hey, the
damn.
ref has like 2 HP instead of 1
Oh,
HP.
that's
for once.
right. I did.
Because
okay,
I'm
I
like, hey,
remember.
she's not out yet, and then boom, Nia just fell on her. I'm like, well, there she goes.
Yeah, that was a funny part. Yeah, fucking like I said, Tiffany Stratton comes out. She hits Bailey with tries to hit Bailey once, it kind of misses, and she goes in for the second one. That one connects, and we
So,
see Nia Jax takes advantage of it and retains the title.
so I rewatched it that part again. It looks like when she misses, the strap hits Bailey in the head,
Oh shit!
and then she does it again, smacks her again. But I was laughing because Nia set up like the Undertaker when the referee was trying to give.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that show was
I
fun.
was laughing. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
don't
spot.
know. I love the ref was like, "What is this suitcase doing here? Is this yours?"
Yeah, that was.
She's goofy now.
And then it's funny because the strap broke when Bailey threw it, and when the strap threw it to Bailey and the strap just broke, I was like, oh, great.
It's okay. It's a strap. They can replace that.
Yeah, we'll see when Stratton decides to pull the trigger. I still think it's going to be on Nia Jax, but we might see it be pulled on fucking what's her name, Liv Morgan, which we'll get into in a minute. But yeah, we see what's up.
I mean, story wise, it makes more sense to cash in on Nia.
Yeah,
especially with the whole dynamic between those two.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to happen. I honestly thought it was gonna happen that night, but yeah, they're like you said, they're letting it simmer, and we'll see what happens.
Or she could cash it in on the returning Flair when Flair wins it from Nia.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. I another one where I'm like a little bit biased because I'm kind of over Flair. I don't really think she's the greatest. There are other wrestlers that have stepped up their game, but we'll see when she comes back. She'll remind me of who she is and her abilities, and I might be switching up my tone again. But
yeah, true.
WWE SummerSlam 2025 will be taking place at MetLife Stadium in Jersey, and it's going to be hosted by Cardi B. That's going to be pretty crazy. The third match was Finn Balor with the Judgment Day versus Damian Priest. This one I didn't get to see it. I'm not quite sure what the fuck I was doing, but I saw that eventually Judgment Day came out and Damian Priest just swatted him away, and he picked up the win with the South of Heaven choke slam.
I mean, there was more to that.
Please inform me.
I mean, yeah, I wrote down notes for everything. I put down Finn's F *** logo question mark. That he came out with. It's a F, and it was like, because like I think they're just trying to say fuck, but it's like technically it could be Finn, but it's just like F ****. I'm like, all right, this is weird.
Hell yeah,
he came
Finn.
out in a mask, which actually you could tell like there's tears there on his little white mascot. I know that. I thought it was a cool design, and also the eye makeup.
Yeah, didn't he have an F on his face?
Yeah, or like something like that. Like which was pretty cool. Also, I wrote down like Michael Cole's this time just talking about all the rappers in the audience. I'm like, I don't think Michael Cole listens to any of these people's music.
Hell yeah.
But I did notice Little Baby, the rapper, getting blocked by a little baby, his face when they were trying to show him on camera, which I just thought was ironic and funny.
Hell yeah.
There was one elbow to Finn's face that really sounded like Finn lost his jaw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed that.
Yeah, I also I remember Michael Cole was probably like saying something about like, oh, if he puts, I forget it was Damian putting Finn through the table or Finn putting Damian through the table. He's like, if you do that, you'll get disqualified. I'm like, that will never happen.
That hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah. Didn't Damian force push Finn on top of the table?
I think so. He was going to, but like he did the razor's edge onto the barricade of the ring instead. Or the ring apron.
Because I know.
But he did the classic, I'm going to move everything off the table. Like I'm going to put him through it.
Yeah, I remember before that happened, Priest came out like running and pushed him through the table. And Finn landed on top of the table. I was like, oh, that looked like it hurt.
God damn.
Yeah. But yeah, then Judgment Day showed up. Damian tried to cheat with a chair. He got kicked in the face, but then he started almost winning. But then, Damian got the choke slam, which makes sense. Like I had a feeling Damian was going to win this match.
The way that they told the story, it would hopefully it would make sense to give this guy the win, and I'm glad they went with that.
Yeah. Also, I keep forgetting that Finn is the tag team champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came out with the belt. I'm like, what belt do you have? I'm like, oh right, you're the tag team champions.
I wonder they're gonna defend him. Like that's weird that they. I mean, I understand the whole storyline here. Well, that's why they didn't defend them. But like, who would be their number one contenders?
They faced the New Day a couple weeks ago. You could argue LWO because they're always just feuding with them anyway.
True.
I think the Viking Raiders are coming back soon.
Oh, that'd be great.
I think they might start a feud with the White Six.
Ooh. Oh, all right. That should be
Oh
interesting.
yeah, like there's like rumors of who the next person can be for all their vignettes.
Interesting. But yeah, Damian Priest picked up the win, and we'll go ahead and move on. Triple H announced something for Crown Jewel. Now I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. But so a couple things happened. So well, first off, we'll do the main with the big one, which is Crown Jewel now has its own championship. Is the best way to put it.
It's more like a participation championship.
So the idea is to have the world's champion, an annual thing. The world's champion from SmackDown, from Raw and SmackDown, have them compete against each other, and whoever wins gets the Mega Championship, which is the Crown Jewel Champion. So it's going to be a women's Crown Jewel Champion and a men's Crown Jewel Champion. And for the whole year, they'll have the chance to talk all the shit and call themselves the Crown Jewel Champion. I like the idea. It should be interesting. What do you guys think about the Crown Jewel Championship? We'll go with Josh first.
Well, I do like that's going to set up Cody versus Gunther. That's one thing.
That's true.
Is it?
Yeah, because
that is true.
Champions.
Is it?
You never know.
Are they going to be champion by the time?
I'm pretty
or
sure
is Goldberg going to come up and take the championship? It's going to be Goldberg versus Cody.
Oh my fucking god. Yes.
I don't think they'll do Gunther that bad.
Just because you mentioned it, we'll go ahead and we'll throw that in. We saw Gunther come out after Triple H announces and showed the new championship, which is fucking bedazzled up the fucking yin yang. Gunther come out. He's like, "Hey, we have Goldberg over here, and I want to clarify something. You ain't shit. Is all I'm saying. You ain't shit. I'm the shit. So you ain't gonna do shit." So Goldberg jumps over the rail and goes into the ring, and we see none other than Sami Zayn come out to defend Goldberg. And after which Goldberg embraces Triple H, and he kind of goes out there and he goes to the screen and he says, "You're next." So I hope he stays retired. I don't want to see him in the wrestling ring.
I don't know.
I saw they posted that I have 3 minutes left for you, Gunther, if you want it. So, no, Goldberg does those matches.
Also, this is the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. You know, they'll just strong arm what matches they want, even if it makes no sense story-wise. True. So yeah, like we could see Goldberg. Also, you don't think Sammy's gonna win tomorrow?
I don't know.
No.
I honestly don't think Sammy could. I honestly, it would be an interesting like swerve to have Sammy fucking win the championship. That'd be dope. I don't think it's gonna happen. But
yeah, Sammy versus Cody isn't a good draw.
I mean, it'd be good, but it's not as big as fucking Gunther versus Cody.
As Gunther versus Cody. They've been teasing that at least since Royal Rumble
for a while.
Last year, or was that this year?
It was this year.
When Gunther and Cody. It was this year, or was it both years? Probably no.
No, it was definitely this year. It was both of them being the last participants in the Royal Rumble, and Cody ended up throwing Homeboy over the ropes.
I think that was last year. And this year was because this year was Cody and CM Punk were the first.
Thank you.
And I think the whole thing was Gunther was number 2 or number 1, and he was still in at the very end, and then Cody took him out at 30, and then they met up again in the Royal Rumble. It's like, you better not throw me out or something like that. I don't know. It's been a hot minute.
No, yeah, you got it. But yeah, we see new Crown Jewel Championship. Let's talk about that. It's fucking huge. I want to see it on someone. I want to see it on someone's like midsection to see if it takes over their whole torso. but that thing
Too
is
big.
like, yeah, it looks like a ring that's oversized,
Is the women's one gonna be that big?
right?
I think so. I think so. But something just popped in my head right now. What if it's gonna be Liv versus Nia Jax,
Oh fuck,
and Tiffany cashes in on Nia Jax in Saudi Arabia?
that'd be crazy.
Tiffany cashes on both of them, wins both titles.
Hey, that could happen.
No, she only wins the
Hold
Crown Jewel
up.
title.
Yeah.
No, the titles aren't on the line.
I know, yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
It's only the Crown Jewel Championship. Fuck, dude, that'd be crazy. What if she does cash it in on the
Cash it
Crown
in, yeah.
Jewel champion? That'd be wild. That'd be a crazy way to do things, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It'd be cool.
So I feel like this is just too forced, trying to get this thing.
And then
Like I get it, they're trying to get something so people get excited for
for the Crown Jewel.
Crown
But,
Jewel.
yeah.
I'm like, which one is this?
it's November, so they need something to fill until SummerSlam, until Survivor Series.
In 4 weeks from now, yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I'm curious to see who's going to be the champion, if people are going to stay champion. Let's go ahead and move on to Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Well, there was
Ooh,
there was one little segment,
what I miss?
which was also tying into like SmackDown, was Chelsea showed up at the party and everyone just like immediately said she stunk
Yeah, that was funny.
because of the dumpster. Yeah,
The
I
dumpster
love
match.
Yeah. Like, I know we're not talking about SmackDown, but like that dumpster match, I think deserves some praise.
No, definitely. If
Chelsea.
anything we missed on the shows, definitely bring them up.
Chelsea
Ah,
Green can do a perfect table spot. I don't know why, but she always does it perfectly.
God damn.
Though
Big
I will
ups.
admit, it was a little annoying seeing again, I'm glad they're there, but it's annoying seeing the padding in the dumpster all in SmackDown.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh.
It's like, no, if they're gonna do this, they're gonna do this. God damn it.
Or make it less visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just don't shoot from the camera above it down. Just stay on the.
No, I think they need to be smarter about how they position pads as well. And both shows, fucking AEW's notorious for doing that shit and being blatant about it. They need to get better about that.
There was a match. I forget which one it was. They pulled the ring open up and you could see the monitor underneath the ring, like in bad blood, right there. I forget which fight it was.
It was a picture I saw. It was CM Punk, and
It was okay. It wasn't.
Yeah.
he was under he's watching TV. He's like, I can be here all night.
They're exposing they're exposing the business. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Championship, with Dominic being suspended above the ring in a shark cage. This shit was funny. I can't stand fucking Dominic's mustache. It looks he looks so much like.
You're just jealous.
It's weird.
Not only that, you guys see
Yeah.
the tribute to Eddie Guerrero he did with the lowrider.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought it was funny that the one guy was in the shot telling Dom to go. I was like,
Yeah.
because like they did the whole video of them like in theory driving around town, and they're like it's supposed to be like, oh, and now they're here, but we get the close up and we come out and the guy runs up like, you can drive now, and then runs out of the shop. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, no, I definitely enjoyed the little tie-in at the end there. So you can buy this lowrider at your fucking nearest store. That was funny.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, as he kind of makes his way there to the front entrance, Michael Cole kind of ties it in, and he's like, "You can buy this lowrider at your nearest stores. Get it now before they blow out."
Though I do want to buy the Dom toilet paper.
Yeah. They're selling it at the events, right? That's what I heard.
I think so.
Are they or online?
Online too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the type of heat this guy is getting, man. It's legendary, and we'll see what he does with it once this whole storyline goes away, because it's gonna stick. I don't think it's gonna go away. Like, he has a hateable face. I don't know why. I like the guy.
He's a good heel.
He's a good
He
heel.
could be a good heel champion.
He can definitely be
And, like,
WWE champion. Absolutely.
And I feel like like when people say like they're booing him, like they're not actually booing Dom. Like they're just booing his
the
character. They
character,
know the
yeah.
difference. Like everyone loves like Dominic
Yeah.
as like a person, like it seems.
No, 100%.
But he's
Oh.
just so good as a heel. It's like we don't want him as a face. Like
I'm
Did you guys-
expecting him to like go fucking like bastard with it, like we saw, and I'll throw it in right now. Actually, no, I'll add it a little bit later. Something that happened after the event that I'm really happy that happened, and I hope you guys are.
Before,
Yeah.
I saw what happened. Before you go to that, I don't know if you guys saw the past interview with Dirty Dom, and he was saying that it wasn't Rhea Ripley that got him into the Judgment Day. It was Finn Balor when he used to tag team with him and his bastard dad. That made me laugh so hard.
The chicken tendies thing always gets me. Can we go get chicken tendies now? You fuck.
So for the cage, before the match started, Rhea was like, "Oh, Dom, also I got a surprise for you that's gonna be lifted in the air." Wasn't that already given?
Yes.
Like it was supposed to be like in above the ring. Like
yeah,
why is this a surprise?
And she said,
I was thinking the same thing too.
Yeah.
She told him, "Oh, I know you're afraid of heights, so raise up the cage." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
I'm like, I thought this was not a surprise.
Yeah, it was literally everyone kept saying the same thing. Above the cage. Above the cage.
Yeah.
Well, we saw
Above the ring.
Above the ring. We saw the return of a specific former partner of Liv Morgan. They were champions twice, tag team champions twice. We saw the return of, I keep calling her Michelle Rodriguez, is Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel. And yeah, she came back and helped out Rhea Ripley. You feel bad?
Zero pop.
Yeah, dude.
It was they fucked up the ending, which is like sucked. So yeah, like I was so glad to see her back too, because I know she's been away, especially for like medical reasons.
Yeah.
So it was like finally nice to see her back, because like she's a great wrestler. That's like
she is.
Oh, that whole ending was just weird.
And it's funny because the match should have not ended in a no DQ.
Yeah, that should have.
Well, no, it should have, but it was just the way they did it. Well, I mean, technically it wasn't supposed to end that way, but
yeah,
you got the whole the cage door just opened. They're like, Dom picked that lock. I'm like, he did not. He was scared in the corner the entire time. That door's open. And the whole body cam with the ref saying, yeah, you deserve to just beat the shit out of him. Rhea.
That was funny. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, because that part was like, hey, I need some time with this guy. He's like, yeah, you deserve that. Go ahead. I'll got you. Yeah. That shit was funny.
And it's funny because they show the POV from the referee's camera when she was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, it was supposed to be like, I think Rochelle Rodriguez like showed up too soon. Because the ref was like, you could tell the ref pretending not to see her beat up Rhea the whole time. And I'm like, ref, come on. And then like when she finally went in the ring to beat up Rhea Moore to put Liv on it, they're just like DQ, like, no, we can see this, so we gotta DQ it. And it was just weird.
So before Raquel comes out, there was a spot where Dominic, like Warren said, he opens the cage somehow and he falls over. I honestly thought that was a mistake. Like it got me. They got me. And then he was upside down. I'm like, oh shit, I see what they're about to do. Rhea Ripley comes out with a kendo stick and starts beating the fuck out of him. Though,
Pinata style.
Yes. Do you guys think Dominic had one of those back plates?
Maybe.
Because it sounded too like flat.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't blame him. That shit looks like it hurts either way. But yeah, that's when Raquel Rodriguez comes behind from Rhea and starts fucking her up. But yeah, Rhea Ripley wins via disqualification, and still Liv Morgan champion.
And we do have a heel, Rochelle, which I don't think she's been.
I
think she's only been face so far. At least on Raw / SmackDown, she's only been like a face.
I don't know why I want to say that she's been like heel in NXT possibly, but it might be.
Maybe.
I think in NXT she was for a bit until she got the title run.
So I'm a little bit. We'll go ahead and move on to the next thing that happened.
No. Before you go to that, I have a theory. You know how Raquel came back?
Yeah.
I have a feeling she's gonna help Liv Morgan win at Crown Jewel because she's in her enforcer now.
Interesting. This should be an interesting.
I think it's
matchup.
gonna be her and Rhea for a bit. Like we're gonna get Rhea away from Liv, so Liv can just maybe fight someone else,
Yeah.
and then she's gonna focus on Michelle.
So we saw Motor City Machine Guns vignette. I can't wait to see
Mhm.
them in the WWE. I do want to add
surprised.
this. These motherfuckers really took tag team matches. Like Vince was famous for saying that he hated tag team matches and tag team like in general.
Mhm.
And I'm very surprised to be seeing the Lucha Bros, fucking Motor City Machine Guns, the Rascals. Like they're getting these top fucking, or for a while there they were independent, and I honestly thought we were gonna see these guys stay in AEW at least for in the case of Lucha Brothers, but they're coming in with some heat now. Like the tag team division in WWE has some meat on it now, and it's gonna be pretty fucking good to see these guys go up against fucking DIY. I'm gonna just to throw one out there.
I could tell you they could come in, debut, and beat the
Dude,
Bloodline for the
Judgment
belts.
Day.
give them the titles. Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
No, like get the fucking Judgment Day out of there and just
Mhm.
give them the titles. I want to see that shit. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the main event of the evening. It was Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And fuck me, what I actually really enjoyed this match. It was how can I put this? It was a good match.
Can we talk about the
Go ahead.
entrance first?
Yes, go ahead.
Or like how Cody has a marching band.
Thank
which
you.
Yeah.
It was good, like, but like sometimes it felt like they were just out of tune, which like whatever, you're college, high school, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
like be huge, but then I'm like, all right, whatever. And then Roman comes in with this professional like orchestra. I'm like, oh,
Hold on, they weren't
Okay.
even playing the orchestra.
I don't know. That one lady was clearly singing.
She was singing. She was definitely putting it out
Yeah.
there. No, big ups to her. But the like you said, the marching band came out to bring out Cody Rhodes. This is the same marching band that went viral because they basically did an homage to Cody Rhodes' song. And
I thought maybe they were from Georgia
oh no, I
or
think it's
Atlanta.
I think it's a little bit of both. He brought them out, and yeah, it was pretty cool to see them out there. Then we see Roman Reigns with his orchestra there, and I was like, did they do that because they were gonna do this whole band thing with Cody, so it would have felt kind of like a little weaker if Roman didn't have
don't
anything
know.
special like that?
It just felt to me like they were both trying to do a mini WrestleMania entrance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I realized if the Bloodline just attacked Cody Rhodes right away, they would have had a good 5 minutes before
Mhm.
Roman showed up.
Yeah.
true. So there was some guy. I don't know how to play a fucking violin, but it just looked like he was just fucking just doing this just to do it. It was funny to me. But that's as far as entrances are concerned.
Oh, I also noticed for both teams, one member is at the beginning of the match. One member is dry and the other member is really wet.
Oh shit!
Cody was dry, Roman was wet.
Yeah.
Where Solo was dry and Jacob Fatu was really wet. I'm
Fucking
like,
wet.
what?
That's funny. That's a good observation.
Mhm.
Yeah, crazy spots we saw here. We finally got to see Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu in an actual match. That was pretty cool to see. The chemistry between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu was there, and I like that they played up that whole thing where like Cody and Roman aren't really like synced up, and they're just going in there
Yeah.
just throwing things out there.
I mean, they were taking forever to decide who would just start the match.
Yep.
True. But yeah, anything that's out there that really stands out for you for this match? I'll go ahead and say this one spot was when Cody kind of like signs off
Oh yeah.
towards the
He's
end
like,
there.
it's up to you now. You
I was
end it.
gonna
Yeah.
put that. Yeah.
And he's
Take
like,
myself out, coach.
you got this, buddy. And he fucking goes in and splashes on top of Fatu that's on top of an announcing table.
Yeah.
You kind of see Rhodes check on Fatu a little bit just to make sure he was
Yeah,
cool.
they both.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That was pretty cool for me. What about you, Warren? We'll start with Warren.
Yeah, no, I like that. I put that in my notes as Slash. I also liked I said it was nice seeing Roman getting cheered
Yeah.
for once. Though I don't know if I just want to take this one off. And we knew the Tongas were gonna show up.
Yeah.
Though to bring up SmackDown a bit, their triple threat tag team match was pretty good as well, especially since Tonga Low was the one who climbed up and just grabbed both of them. I was like, no, don't let this piece of shit win.
I thought he was gonna fall off when he was standing on
that too.
I was like, oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah. That
That's
match was
funny.
really good, but yeah, but we did see the return of Jimmy, which I fucking loved.
Yes, we saw the return of Jimmy. Before we go in depth with that one, Josh, tell me a moment of the match that you found that you liked.
So I like all that, the word you just talked about, but I also like Jacob Fatu's loyalty to Solo.
Oh yeah.
When he's like, I love you. You are my tribal chief. And then every time he does the prayer thing, it reminds me of Furiosa or Mad Max.
Mm.
And then I don't know if you noticed when Cody tagged Roman for the first time. You know how Roman had his hand out for like a while.
Yeah.
There's a meme that came out that said when you can't beat boss in the games, you have to give the control to your older brother to pass the game for you.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminded me of that. I was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
There was one moment I think the hot tag between Jacob and Solo wasn't there in time, where Cody was just sitting there like not doing anything. Like, Cody, just tag. But like he still looked at least dazed enough, so you could argue like, oh, he wasn't in it yet, but clearly he was waiting for someone to attack him from behind because that was the next spot. It's like, all right, I guess I'll just stay here.
So people like to. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say one more thing. The spot where Jacob went through the barricade and got up like nothing and started.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I was like, damn.
Because like someone's throwing chairs.
Selling was fucking dope.
Chairs.
Yeah, the beginning of the match where Jake was like basically, and that didn't hurt, and even though I fucking went through that whole thing, that was pretty cool. There was a couple spots where there was like double super kicks, and I like seeing fucking these guys, at least the Tongans and the Bloodline, do super kicks because I don't know, it feels like it's a part of their DNA because of fucking the Usos. But in general, people talk a lot of shit that there's too much super kicks in wrestling. I'm like, it's a part.
I like it.
It's a part of it now.
I like it if it's done right. If it's done right, I like it.
It can be definitely done
I think there's
wrong.
too many Irish whips in wrestling.
Like, wait a minute. I mean, that can also be done ad nauseum. I've seen some matches where I'm like, really, another one? But yeah.
No, Roman did get like a weird cross behind back pin for a second try on Solo, which I thought was weird seeing Roman try.
Yeah, I've never seen that before with Roman. That's true. I felt like that he pulled that out of nowhere. I was like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Quick question. Is what is it? Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga going by God in WWE?
I'm not sure because I heard them announce God. I think one of them announced it during the match, but
because that'd be fucking wild if they're going by God, because that's owned by New Japan, and that means that they bought their rights to use that. That's a new thing for the WWE if that's what's happening. But yeah, God comes out, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and we see an ominous figure in the background there, just kind of all fucking shrouded in shit. And it's none other
the SummerSlam figure.
Oh yeah, and it's none other than fucking Jimmy Uso, the return of Jimmy Uso. And he goes there, super kicks the fuck out of Tama Tonga, out of Loa, and he's able to distract Solo Sikoa enough for Roman to go in there and take him out with a spear and a super punch, and Roman picks up the win. After that, you see the New Bloodline go in and start attacking Cody after Cody kind of signs no, it's Roman Reigns
like
and
they
Jimmy were
celebrate.
leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
leaving
they were like leaving.
and Cody
Jimmy
was still
felt like
there.
doing. Yeah, Jimmy was feeling very much like Jacob Fatuola with Roman. He's like, yes, tribal chief. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, Jimmy.
No, that's the thing. I forgot that Jimmy was like brainwashed like that. Cause like he basically became kind of like a broken person. I'm not sure if you guys seen like Game of Thrones, but it was reminding me of fucking Meek a lot. Where he basically broke him psychologically. And what was it?
It's Reek. Not
Reek,
Meek.
thank you. Reek. But yeah, he like broke him psychologically so that he would do whatever he wanted. And it seems like that psychologically still there in Jimmy. And it was cool to see that because it was like, oh shit, that's right. He's like, oh, that's right. He's blindly loyal to him for some reason. Except when it came to his brother, but that was the whole thing. But yeah, it was awesome to see.
And it was also Jimmy convinced Roman to go back to help Cody when the bloodline.
That's right. We see a possible face turn for Roman Reigns. So he was already on the way for that. He goes in there, helps out Cody Rhodes, and after they beat the bloodline away, we see Roman Reigns pick up the championship and he holds it and he gives it to Cody Rhodes. And I felt like that was a big like face turn in my opinion. But then the fucking
someone didn't like that.
Lights hit and we see the fucking Rock come out as the final boss figure. And he basically raises his elbow. He counts with his fingers and he does like a
3.
Yeah, and he cuts
1, 2,
his
I thought it was
throat.
4 for a second, but it's
And I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't know if we're gonna.
He was pointing to the 3 people in the ring.
Yeah,
you're dead.
Or it could also mean that I pinned you at WrestleMania 1, 2, 3.
Maybe.
From what I'm hearing, it is like he's pointing to. He was like Cody, Roman, Jimmy, you're dead, basically.
Interesting.
For attacking the bloodline. I think for me, The Rock doesn't like that Roman said, I'm the only tribal chief. Or not the original. So like again, I think they're setting up Survivor Series, which is going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline.
So I saw something interesting online and I'm like, this is a wild theory. Though if it were to happen, it would be fucking bonkers. So
capitalism is horrible and we should get rid of it.
Yes, that'd be fucking amazing. No, it's The Rock as in his own bloodline with Zilla Fatu, another member of the bloodline family that's out there, and Tonga, who's going to hopefully debut soon. And I've been wondering why they haven't debuted this other fucking member of the family who signed is ready to go. And I'm like, maybe this is what they're doing. Maybe they're setting up another fucking bloodline group that's going to come out. It's a wild theory, but it's kind of feels like it's possible. We'll see. What do you guys think about that?
You want to go first, Josh?
Yeah, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. So I think it will be not going to be the fully OG bloodline because I don't think Jay's going to join them.
I feel like Jay could.
I feel like Jay could. Yeah, I feel like
Roman has to apologize to Jay, and there'll be a huge moment.
Maybe, but we have to figure out how the story goes first. And then before we get to the end, I have a theory about the end and what happened after the show too.
Okay. I'll go ahead and bring it up. Let's do it.
Oh, okay. So something happened after the show ended. KO and Cody were arguing, and KO just went off on Cody and beat the living shit out of him.
There was.
Oh, okay. I was like wondering what that was. I thought I saw pictures online. I'm like, I don't remember any of this happening.
This is a brilliant fucking way to like start a storyline. It was the fucking finally. I was fucking cheering for this. It's KO finally going heel, and becoming the bastard that he is. It was awesome to see. It's a cool way to do it now. Like they didn't even do it. They didn't even have no cameras. It was just they knew that the fans were gonna be there to take pictures, to record shit. They also had the security cam, so that's also cool too. But yeah, dude, it was an interesting way to do it.
Do you think KO's gonna be really angry when Sammy joins up with Roman?
Oh yeah.
So,
Shit.
And the funny thing is, this is my theory. KO joins Solo and them at the Survivor Series War Games.
No, I don't think Solo. I don't think KO's gonna join them.
No.
He hates them too much as well. He hates everyone. He's just gonna hate everyone.
Yeah.
But then Randy joins the Bloodline too, and then he really gets angry.
Yeah, because it could be like an enemy of my enemy is my friend. So KO, we need your back.
He started that with Drew last year. It was okay.
I don't know. That'd be interesting though. Like you put some people out there that I keep forgetting about. We see Randy, we see KO. We don't know how they're gonna react to this new partnership, or is it even a new partnership, or just an understanding between Cody and Roman?
It's understanding, I think.
Yeah, it was supposed to be just for that night too.
Yeah, but we'll see. Survivor Series War Games is gonna be fucking awesome. I'm excited to see it. I don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully we do see, most likely it will be OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline. The post I saw.
I'm
just Huh?
Oh, was that post you saw? I can say mine.
The post I saw was saying like, "Oh, this is going to be the match. It's going to be a triple threat, 4-on-4, Bloodline war."
Too much.
Right? But that'd be fucking
too
dope.
Much. I'm just upset. Like I heard originally, like there was a possibility that Survivor Series was going to be in LA.
Ooh,
yeah. So like that would have been. I would have gone to that easily. Like. War Games.
I'm
with this. Also with this one too.
Yeah. I'm still considering doing the Vegas trip.
Vegas go on 3 weeks.
Oh shit. Oh, I gotta think about it. I gotta really think about it.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to do it though.
But they're gonna have Raw, the first Raw for Netflix here in LA.
Really?
Oh, is it?
They're gonna be. It's the Raw, the first Raw for Netflix. January 6th is gonna be at the Intuit Dome.
Okay.
That's where the tickets drop, but that's the announcement that they're doing it there.
I heard Logan Paul's gonna be on that show too.
Disgusting.
Like, yeah. Well, yeah. Like I think that might be like the first Cena match. I mean, it's fine. Let's get that out of the way.
So then, I was gonna say, I don't know if you saw the post that Scott Sanders said he wants to be the host of that Raw.
Interesting.
He said, "Give me the mic."
I also heard that we're gonna see Roman Reigns be moved to Raw once it does move to Netflix, just to shake things up. That's what Triple H apparently said, to shake things up. And I'm like, okay, I'm down to see Gunther versus Reigns. Absolutely.
I got a question. Are they still going to be 3 hours, or are they staying at 2 hours when they go back to Netflix? Because I know this Monday is going to be 2 hours, which I'm all excited for.
So in the press conference after Bad Blood, someone asked Triple H blatantly, and he's like, I don't know. Move. Next question. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Also another.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that post event Rock segment.
Oh, I saw parts of it. I didn't actually. I read about it. So
that shit was funny.
Like Stone Cold, Dusty posters.
I love you. Hate your fucking son.
I just I was dying when I saw it. I was like, wow.
So, totally unrelated, because like we talked about John Cena for a second. I think the best person to be John Cena's match is Austin Theory.
No, yeah, we definitely. I agree. It should be Austin Theory to at least have the last match with them. It would feel like a passing of the torch, because I finally drank the juice. This kid is definitely has potential to be like a big star.
Austin Theory had the best moment on SmackDown last Friday.
Was
the
it
cake thing?
One? Yeah.
Because like, well, yeah, he's like, he just has a cake. He's like, this cake smells like garbage. It's like, why do you have a chocolate cake?
Damn.
Also, speaking of SmackDown, AJ Styles returned as well. feel like that's
And
just
le-
something we should mention.
Oh right,
and
the
Lex
AJ
back
Styles
again, too.
returned, but then did he lose the
Yeah.
match?
He
Yeah, I
got
think-
injured. I don't.
Yeah.
Is this real or is it work?
I don't know. They say it's his ankle. I don't know because I saw this.
Yeah.
They're trying to slow down the whole when he was doing the move and it looked like his ankle did tweak, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to see.
Bruh. Man,
Like
well,
if it's a story wise, that seems weird.
Yeah,
But
he
if
just
it's
came back.
not, they're just here's AJ being injured. Like I don't know.
man, I hope that's not the case. It would suck because
Yeah.
he's been out there in Japan doing his thing out there, doing those dream matches, which I haven't seen yet, but I heard that they're pretty fucking cool. Hopefully he's back soon without any like tears or injuries.
My only thing I just thought of now is maybe he just want to be back for his hometown for that one SmackDown, but he still isn't going to be actually back for like another month or so. So he's just like, I'll just be injured right away, and I'll be angry. I'll plant the seeds of me being face again.
Mhm.
So like that I could see that angle working, but yeah,
Maybe
if he's here next week on crutches, like, I'm like, why are we doing this?
I'm just here now. I'm gonna be in the commentary. We'll see what happens. I want to thank Josh. I want to thank Warren for being on the show. Josh, where can they find you on the socials?
Just Instagram at Sith_Josh_818.
Hell yeah, Warren, where can they find you on the socials?
I'm on the Twitch, Insta, YouTube, TikTok under Twostone, TU_STEUND.
Hell yeah. Be sure to leave us a like. Be sure to leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about. Give us your opinion on what we talked about as well. Be sure to catch our next episode, which will be on... Come on, Rick. Where's your brain? It is right there. Wednesdays. We release these on Wednesdays. And yeah, be good to yourself and others. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Hey, guys.
Right here, actually.
Be sure to follow me on all the social platforms at NSIRip. And you can also email the show at notsointellectualpod@gmail.com. See you next time.